YouTube! Yeah, I thought I'd just shoot you up a little message there. Anyways, you like the new background? I actually had this thing on this side of my wall, but I figured just to Japanize things a bit, I'll put this Japanese style fan on there. And actually, this is a fan that my friend made for me for my tuba recital. Hence the name Yuichi Tuba. I used to play tuba for 12 years actually. Freelanced on it for a couple of years. And it's kind of a old iPod ad parody. It's called U-Rock instead of iPod. I don't get it. And that's a little silhouette of me playing tuba. It's pretty cute, huh? She's a really nice girl, so I was really thankful that she made that for me. And actually also my coworker today, her mom bought all this Japanese dessert from Japan for me. It's so nice of her. I was like, wow. She also got me from close to my hometown, hato sabure, which some really good Japanese kind of biscuits from Yokohama. It's awesome. So I had to say thank you to her. Notice a common theme, eh? The theme today is being grateful, which is a very common trait that you notice in younger kids nowadays in America. Sarcasm. I'm going to be teaching you how to say thank you, as well as the different levels and various ways of saying thank you to people. And in Japan, especially, it's very, very important. You know, unlike a lot of young kids nowadays in America, at least I notice somewhat of a trend that kids don't say thank you. It's like, say thank you. It's very important. But in Japan, I would like to emphasize that it's even more important. And if you don't, then it's a huge faux pas. It's like something's wrong with it. Your mom didn't hit you hard enough. So I'm going to be teaching you how to say thank you. Now, if you know enough about Japanese, you'll know the basic way of saying thank you, which is arigato. I'll say it again a bit slower. Arigato. Now, keep in mind that the ri, which you'll see written in R a lot, arigato, which isn't how you should pronounce it, arigato. It should be arigato. So that's the basic way of saying thank you, arigato. Now you start adding more to it to be more formal and even more formal and super formal. So first you have arigato. Then you have arigato gozaimasu. You have the gozaimasu, it's formal. And I would say for generally all you viewers out there that are just getting into Japanese or are going to Japan for even a short trip, to add the gozaimasu. It's very important, I think. So you say arigato gozaimasu. Let me say that slower so you could get the general feel of the inflection. Arigato gozaimasu. Arigato gozaimasu. Now, the next step of formality is adding domo to it. So together, it'll be domo arigato gozaimasu. The full version of saying thank you is domo arigato gozaimashita. You add instead of mas, it's mashita. So let me say that again. Domo arigato gozaimashita. Now there are varying ways of saying thank you, as well as communicating to the person that you are thankful. So a way for you to say that you are thankful, you want to tell that to someone that I am thankful. You say, arigatai desu. Let me say that slower. Arigatai desu. If you don't get it, just read the rest and rewind. Another way of saying it is also, kansha shite orimasu. Let me say that again. Kansha shite orimasu. That's a lot more formal, I would say. I mean, formal of the formal. You're in a more professional setting. You're definitely with someone that maybe a business partner or someone you're doing business relations with. It's better to say kansha shite orimasu. Now here's a little something that you would hear in anime, as well as television, as well as common conversations between Japanese people, is when they say thank you, especially if it's upon passing or you're in a hurry, you're shopping for something at 7-Eleven and you're just gonna go, and it's not like you're gonna take time to have a conversation with someone and tell them your feelings. It's just not everyone's like that. So the common thing that you hear is when people say domo. Like, well, wait a minute. What does the domo mean in domo arigato gozaimashita? Well, domo in itself does not mean anything. And my mom, she actually, that's one of her pet peeves whenever people just say domo. Because domo in itself doesn't mean anything. She's always like, domo what? And this, it just bothers her. But I still say it anyways, just because it's a common thing. I would say domo is equivalent to the English way of saying thanks. Which works in English because thanks is an actual word. It's not necessarily informal if you're describing about thanks, the whole concept of being thankful. Thanks. But we do use it in a more informal way by saying, hey, thanks, right? So domo is the equivalent of that. So once in a while you would hear that, but I would emphasize to you guys that domo should be used only within your friends. Just like I mentioned in the greetings of if you're greeting someone, one of your friends, you can say os or yo, right? But that's only between your close friends. So same thing with domo. I highly recommend you to use that only between your friends and not to anyone else. Not your teachers, not your neighbors, parents, even your neighbors. Definitely not in a business setting. So definitely keep to arigatou gozaimashita or arigatou gozaimasu. That's probably the easiest ones to start off with. Then you could get into more domo arigatou gozaimashita. Once you could say that really fast, 3 times fast. Now let me set the varying degrees of thanks on a hierarchy scale. I know this sounds really technical, but I figured this works and it'll help you to see it and see how the importance of it is, as well as just how I explained it to you. So first you have domo, which is equivalent to thanks, only between your friends, alright? Then you have arigato, which you still say it to friends, someone that you're closer to, but it still sounds very basic. Then you have arigatou gozaimasu, formal, which is good, it's safe. It's just close enough to arigatou gozaimashita. So I'll put those two in a general category, a safe category. Then you have domo arigatou gozaimasu, or domo arigatou gozaimashita. You basically add the domo to the safe ones to use. And quite honestly, on a side note, you can never be too formal. It's actually pretty common that you hear people say thank you multiple times within one setting. It's just, that's how it is. It's a whole act of humility, also act of being grateful. And it's very important to express that to the person that is doing something for you, or telling you something, or giving you a gift. So those are the varying degrees of saying thank you in Japanese. And keep in mind of everything that I mentioned to you, just because it is a very different culture and a lot of things to keep in mind when you go to live, or go to work, or go to visit. Thanks so much for watching, guys. I hope that was helpful for you. Video を見てくれてありがとうございました. Now, if you have any other questions, feel free to put your questions in the comments below, and whenever I get the chance, I'll answer them for you. Now, for the next lesson, I'm going to be teaching you guys how to say excuse me and sorry, namely the concept of humility, which I know is a very popular concept in modern America. Well, actually, that was kind of sarcastic. I'm sorry. ごめんなさい.